Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 19 shows Kashin, Koji, and Boruto talking to each other. And Kashin Koji is essentially telling Boruto, hey, do not join the battle right now. Do not join the mission at all right now. Now's not the time, okay? Which basically implies that there is a time. There is going to be a specific time at a specific moment when Boruto can join in the battle. I don't know exactly how he's going to join in the battle, but I do know this. If Boruto is able to join them, is able to get in there, it's probably going to be two moments in the story. Either Jura is going to be distracted doing something else, following something else, or two, he's going to go in at the very last second, which is like the closest he can get to saving them if they can't complete the mission on their own. So essentially, if Konohamaru puts himself into a corner like he is right now with Matsuri, and he's not going to be able to really fight his way out, or he gets beaten up, or he's like basically at the end of his at the end of the rope, you know what I mean, at the end of the line, that's when Boruto can swoop in at the last second, save Konohamaru, and maybe get out of there. You know, that's the best case scenario. That's probably when he's going to be able to jump in. And Kashin Koji sees all of this, but it's also ever changing by the final detail, the last moment. Like let's say that there was a future where Konohamaru said, "Sure, Matsuri, you can call me Konohamaru-chan," and then he's able to defeat the Shinju. Like that's probably a more realistic idea or version of him defeating the Shinju, right? That's a future where he lets her call him whatever he wants, and he does the smart thing, and he beats it. Well, right now, he just changed everything because of his feelings and his emotions. Now, it could be the case where that was always going to be the case. That was always going to happen, and it factored in, like how the Shinju were always going to be created. Like that was always something that was going to happen, no matter what, and they weren't going to be able to change it. But they tried. They still tried. They made the effort to go for it. But anyways, in this particular moment, Boruto needs to join the battle. He so desperately wants to be a part of it to protect everybody. But he knows if he goes in there, then Jura's going to show up, Jura's going to kill Boruto, and then it's all over. We can't have that. So it's basically up to Kashin Koji, to Ada, and everybody else, and Boruto as well, to come to the conclusion, to come to the idea, to the moment where, when can Boruto step up? When can he join the battle? Like, when is the right time, you know? And it's definitely going to be at the last second. Or it could be the case where Boruto's not supposed to jump in, Kashin Koji doesn't let him know to jump in, and Boruto goes in anyways, you know? And then he changes everything again, right? Like, imagine Boruto's not getting all the information from Kashin Koji. He can't see what he sees. So essentially he's asking like, hey, what are the chances they succeed? What if they're not going to win? I need to join them, you know? And at the last second, Kashin Koji might be willing to sacrifice Konohamaru or Mitsuki or any one of Boruto's friends for the greater good, but Boruto's not. So he's going to jump in no matter what it changes, you know? And then that'll change and that'll lead to another future. It's all very complicated. It's all very future-esque. What they do now determines the future and so on and so forth. So I think we have to wait and see for the right time for Boruto to jump into the battle. And I don't think that him being a side character or him being like, him pulling back isn't a negative. It's actually a positive because we've seen what he's capable of doing to the Shinju. It's only a matter of like how he does it. You know, when does he join the battle? And right now, following like Sarada, Mitsuki, and everybody else against Ryu, he has to wait for the right time to help them and the right time to help Konohamaru, and then move forward and see how that all happens, how that all affects the future, how that all affects the mission and taking down the Shinju. It's going to be a process. It's a process. But in the chance that Boruto jumps in without knowing anything or without really doing anything or like knowing the full situation, he could ruin everything, right? Like there's a chance that Konohamaru is about to unleash a powerful Rasengan on Matsuri and kill her, or like get the Soul Thorn bulb out of her, right? And then Boruto jumps in at the last second to save him, but he didn't need to be saved. He could have held it down on his own, you know what I'm saying? So it's all a matter of like, when is the right time to jump in, and how does his emotions or his feelings to like save everybody or to destroy everybody like change. We've seen this before when he was kind of giddy, or like he saw Hidari the first time and he was like, I'm gonna destroy him now to get Sasuke back. And Kashin Koji's like, are you trying to destroy the world? Like, calm down, keep to yourself. Like, there are steps to this and we gotta figure it out, you know? So it's a matter of waiting for the right time with Kashin Koji and then tempering it, or like kind of finding out that balance of like, when do I join, when do I pull back? But it's also Boruto. He has to join in to help his friends, no matter the consequences to the future or not, you know. But I'm willing to believe that Kashin Koji is going to save them, you know. He's going to help them out, you know, because I feel like they're important to the story. So because it's Konohamaru, Sarada, Mitsuki, Arya, and Yodo, it could be the possibility that he tells Boruto to jump in. It's more than likely the possibility he tells Boruto to jump in, so that way he can help them and save them, and they have another chance at victory. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're better in groups than you are alone. You know what I mean? Boruto alone can't fight them, so he needs allies. And Sarada is an ally, Mitsuki is an ally, Konohamaru is an ally, Yodo, Arya, all of them need to come together to win. And Boruto can't do it alone. So it's all about companionship and friends and working together. So if they don't have that, then they're going to fail. And Kashin Koji knows that. So more than likely, he's going to tell Boruto the right time to go in and fight. And that's the moment we're all waiting for. That's the big moment. We want to see what happens, because whenever Boruto joins in the moment, whenever he joins in the battle, crazy stuff happens. So I'm really excited to see that moving forward. I don't know if it'll happen in chapter 20, to be honest. I think it's going to be a Konohamaru and maybe a Kawaki focused episode, just mainly because we want to see Konohamaru fight, and we might see Kawaki get upgraded, so it might be that way. So maybe chapter 21, 22, maybe we see Boruto join in the battle, but it all depends on what happens. But until then, we're just coming up with ideas, you know what I'm saying? But thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah.